What's good, yo? V-Rob here. Today, we're going to be talking about the Phoenix Suns LA Clippers game that occurred. And fam, I'm not going to lie to yo, I saw on Twitter people were talking about this game, and at a point the Clippers were up 55-26 against the Phoenix Suns in the second quarter. They came out striking even despite Kawhi Leonard not playing up to par, shooting 4 for 21 from the field this game. Obviously with Kawhi's mask, it really hasn't been suiting him that well. It doesn't look that good either, but he's had to wear it since Christmas Day, since that huge, horrific facial injury that happened against the Denver Nuggets on Christmas night. But an amazing comeback by the Phoenix Suns, scoring 37 points in the third quarter and then 26 points in the fourth quarter. They won the second half by 15 points. This is a great performance by Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, and Devin Booker. Devin Booker finishing with 25, 8, and 5. I was actually really impressed with DeAndre Ayton, and the reason why I bring up Ayton is because I saw him grow a lot of confidence from what I saw from him last season and the season before. I feel like last year Ayton was really afraid to be in those pressured situations towards the end of the game, and we saw, tonight towards the end, Chris Paul really go for Ayton in the post, in the paint. And I think it's really interesting to see what Chris Paul does to these types of players. What Chris Paul is great at is getting the most out of players, elevating their games. What we saw Chris Paul do with the Thunder last season is that he got the most out of that team. He got the most out of players such as Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Steven Adams. We saw him elevate those players to their max ability at that point in their careers. And I think that's the exact same thing that we're seeing Chris Paul do for the Phoenix Suns now. Going into this game, they had the best record in the league, sitting at 5-1. Now, obviously, with this loss, they fall to 5-2. But nonetheless, a great performance from Chris Paul. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Devin Booker, like I said, 25, 8, and 5. 7 for 13 from the field, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, and DeAndre Ayton with 24 points. I think if DeAndre Ayton is able to score 24 points against a team like the Clippers, I think that's a huge deal. Obviously, this year he's only been averaging 12 and 11. Now, I only say 12 and 11 comparing it to his numbers that he dropped in this game. I think 12 points and 11 rebounds for Ayton. If he can somehow stay in that top 10 rebounding centers big men per game, because currently he's 9th in the NBA in rebounds per game at 11.2. If he could keep that number around 11 to 13, I think he will help the team out a lot. And also keep scoring in double figures, because we have not seen Ayton, his scoring is not the strong suit of his game, but if he can be someone that is able to score in double figures every single night at a consistent level, even if it's just 11 to 15 points every night, I think it really opens up more opportunities for players such as Miles Bridges, Jay Crowder, Dario Saric, Cameron Payne, and others. But as for the Clippers, man, the Clippers played a really, really interesting game. We saw Kawhi, like I said, only finish with 15, 4 for 21 from the field. Nicholas Batum with 14. Serge Ibaka only with 8. He was in foul trouble a lot, and it was really Paul George who brought it home for them, yo. Paul George finished with 39 points, a plus-minus, a plus 17. Shot 15 of 24 from the field, and made 7 3-pointers tonight. Paul George has had a terrific start to the season, yo. I've been really impressed what I've seen of Pfizer P. It's no longer Pandemic P, it's Pfizer P. He's been averaging 23 a game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Overall, I've been really impressed with Paul George, shooting 45% so far from 3, which has been a huge increase as opposed to last season. I don't think he'll keep it up, because 45% is a huge number for anyone in the league, and especially for a center, a shooting guard / small forward, as in Paul George. But overall, man, I think it was a really, really great game. I got to see the ending of this game live. And looking at the next few games for the Phoenix Suns, they have some really interesting matchups against Toronto, Detroit, Indiana, Washington, Atlanta, and then they come back to play Golden State and Indiana at home. I really want to see what they do on this East Coast trip against Detroit, Indy, and Washington. We've seen Detroit compete with teams such as the Celtics today pretty well. And then we've also seen some glimpses of the Pacers, who can be a really solid basketball club. And the Wizards just got their first win of the year against the Brooklyn Nets today. So I really want to see how the Phoenix Suns respond to this loss. They responded to their loss on the second day, or in their second game against the Sacramento Kings, with a 4-game win streak. Let's see how they respond with this loss against the Clippers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. I'm really excited to see what's next for the Phoenix Suns for the remainder of the season. And as for the Clippers, y'all, expect them to be competing for the top 1 through 4 seeds in the Western Conference this year. Despite the changes that have been made in the West, they're still a really good basketball club, but I just do not see them doing too much in the playoffs again this year. But we will see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay blessed. All of 2021. Keep chasing your dreams. And VR was out this thing, y'all. Peace.